Hello everyone, here we are back in Sparrow Forest Zoo and I just lost my giant otter. There they go. So last time I kind of walked you guys through, so you're obviously a bit stuck against that rock there, friend. I walked you through the new Sparrow Forest Zoo after I rebuilt, following the horrible, depressing event that was my computer kind of deciding it didn't want to work anymore. But yes, now we have beautiful new enclosures. I think it's a lot nicer now actually than it was before, which is making me very happy. This is a gorgeous enclosure, this giant otter enclosure that we built together last time. We're gonna build something a little different this time, I think. I also want to keep an eye on what my guests want. Apparently one of my meerkats wasn't contained. I just got like, yeah, and people are like running around. There's like a random meerkat just running around all over the ground. I don't know how you escaped, but I best put you back into your enclosure, right where you belong. Meerkats are just constantly breeding, just constantly. It's a bit tiring to keep track of, but we will just have to do our best. What's happened there? See, our zookeepers managed to sort it out. Where's Juliet? Why are you so concerned about space? She just given birth? Well, the other meerkats don't seem to be so concerned about space. It's just you. Lady. Is it just her? She's the only one who's upset about space? There we go. Sorted. It is, to be fair, quite a small enclosure considering they have a porcupine in there as well. I think it just kind of goes backwards and forwards on whether or not they need more space or not. Righty. I did want to just clear this up a bit. When I say clear up, I mean add some fences just to make it look a bit tidier here. Oh, they're killing my baby meerkats! What is going on? I mean, you are all kind of bunched in this little area here. I'm not surprised you need more space. Right, okay. So anyway, back to what I wanted to do today. First of all, I'm not gonna be explicit about what I'm building. I'm gonna build a little bit. Maybe I'll put a little poll up and you guys can, a poll even, and you guys can guess what it is you think I'm building. And then, I mean, by the end of this episode you'll know anyway. I don't think it's gonna take me more than half an hour to build it. It's not a very difficult design. If I can find the thing that I want to build with. I feel like it was a bit earlier on in construction than this, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It might be under buildings rather than scenery, which is why I'm struggling. Let's see. It doesn't look like I can find it. Let's check under buildings right quick. These are what I was looking for when I was building my restaurant, and I forgot all about them, but I think I might actually replace some of my restaurant things with these. And Mr. Pickles is not contained. Get back in! Goodness. Escaping meerkats and porcupines. But yeah, I wanted to have like something in my restaurant that wasn't quite so obtrusive as what there is in there at the moment. Something a bit more, I suppose, nice to look at. That's not what I'm looking for. Maybe it is under scenery and I'm just getting all confused and higgledy-piggledy. I think I'm just getting confused. Okay, let's try again. I will get there eventually. try going a bit slower and see if that'll help. I'll just be open about what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the domes that you can download. Panels. They're definitely in here somewhere. It's just a matter of where. I've got so much scenery downloaded that it's just a pain trying to find certain things sometimes. But we will get there. Herm. It's just triangular roof. This is... oh, this is darkness. This is very nice for like bat enclosures and the back of aquariums and stuff. It's a very nice little tool to have for building. Not quite, not quite. I swear it's just not this far along. That's why I'm getting confused. I'm like, I swear it's not over here. Like, I'm almost certain what I'm looking for is, like, right at the beginning of the scenery list. So it's like, why am I scrolling so far back? I still haven't seen it. No, more like it's right at the beginning. I just ignored it entirely. Alright, scroll past all the wallpaper. It's definitely not here. The wallpaper goes on a bit forever as well. Okay, so it's not here? These are all like roofs and stuff? Okay. That's really strange. Where is it? I definitely have it installed. Ah. How peculiar. Okay, I found it. There we go. So this is what I was looking for this whole time. The geodesic dome. The reason I couldn't find it is because it looks absolutely nothing like its icon. I mean it does, but it's so small that it's just so like impossible to see. Alright, so I want it this way. And I can't see the grid, so I'm actually gonna just place it over here for the time being. And figure out exactly how wide the what would you call it? the sides are even. I get there in the end. So I think 3 is enough to make a solid window. Okay. Then we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna put it down over here. Problem is it's just ever so slightly slanted. I think that actually the better if it wasn't slightly slanted it would be a bit easier to work with. Can I like, where's the center of the object? Let's figure that out. Maybe I can like elevate it a bit. No. Let's work with what we've got for the time being. And completely flatten the ground underneath it might also help. There we go. It doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be completely flat to me. Okay, no, there we go. We can do it like this. And it doesn't obtrude it too much, so I can keep it like that. And what I will do next, maybe I should just have that all the way around as like a fence. That looks a bit awkward and clunky, but what can you do, really? I'm wondering if I can place this so it's a bit more on the line. Yes, I can. Okay. So this is a bit more even with the lines of the dome now. Kind of. As good as it's gonna get, I think. And then what I'm gonna do is have a bit of an outline going all the way around. I'm gonna leave the game playing while I build. I just like to leave it going. You know? It makes more sense when I'm playing in a mode where I'm actually making money, not so much here. But I just like to leave things going while I play. I don't want to mess up that. Okay, I'm not messing it up. And join it up. This is not the most symmetrical of structures. It will look better if I just cut it off and go like this. Yes, okay, that's better. Right, so next we're going to need to make our little viewing area. So this is a bit higher than that. This is kind of... oh. Oh, who's escaped? Why is everyone screaming? Roscoe is not contained. Okay, the meerkats are just such an issue. I just stopped them out when they escape now because they're just constantly on the escape. Okay, actually was a 4. Okay. So I'll just section all of this off. Very nice. The next thing I want to do is do this. With a slight roof here. And a very little kind of lip onto it. Let's see. Is this matching up? Yes, yes it is. There we go. And then we'll get our usual pathway. I think it's this one. Yep. And connect everything up together. Here we go. So what we've done here is make a nice little dome. And I will put in some gates just so zookeepers can come in and take care of the animal that we're going to put in. So they can come through here and then through this door and then they're in the enclosure. So here's the enclosure. Or the as yet undesigned enclosure, should I say. There isn't very much going on in it at the moment. But we do have a little viewing type area. But I am going to do a little bit more on the inside here. What I am looking for is the wallpaper. I just want a nice shallow wall to use. Something with a nice design on it maybe. I'm not sure how many of them actually do have designs. I think it's really just this one. Which is good enough for me. There we go. And now I also want, which shouldn't take me as long to find, is the binoculars right here. 2 sets of binoculars, just so you can see a bit better into the enclosure. And the next thing I want is tables. There we go. Or do I? They're not quite as high as I was hoping they were. Okay, let's give the table a miss. I am gonna put a bench down. No, I'm gonna put the benches outside, I think. Just 2 little benches with a plant between them. Very, very nice. And let's see. So I think here's a point where I say, do you guys know what could be going in here yet, or no? Like, what do you guys think is going on here? Because in a moment, in just one single moment, if I can find the appropriate archway. There we go. It's an entryway in. In just a moment we're going to start actually designing the inside of the enclosure. I think I should probably delete the dome while I'm working on it because I can't get rid of it to actually see in right now. Yeah, getting rid of hello? There we go. Sorry, my camera goes a bit confused sometimes. So what we are going for is, let's go for a temperate grassland biome here. And then we're going to put in a whole big thing of shallow water. Lovely jubbly. See how it looks so far. It's very nice. Actually gonna go for some Palestrine wetland type foliage, so I can put in reeds. I'm sure you can see now that we're making a kind of wetland area here. Lots of reeds all around. Here we go. Some wetland logs in there. There's some little ones. Willow trees. It's always a good idea to keep peeking in when you're doing these things, just to see how it's coming along. Some more willow trees in. I think that's really all I need for this. I don't really need to go too much in, which means I can actually dive right into what I want to put in, which is, if I go back onto Aves, it is a waterfowl enclosure, a African waterfowl enclosure. Provided I find enough African waterfowl to put in it, it may become a slightly different, maybe European waterfowl would actually work better because it looks like I have more wading birds there, but we'll see how it is. Yeah, it looks like European waterfowl's actually winning that one out. I thought we'd have more African wading birds, but we do not. It seems we have the crane. We have shoebills. They're African, aren't they? Oh, I'd rather have the shoebills. I love these guys. I think we're actually going to have to go for European birds in this instance. Or if I got you guys a bit excited by the African, I was thinking of the African crowned cranes and how well they'd fit into an enclosure like this, but alas, was not meant to be. I'm gonna still put out some nests and things. I want the nests to be actually quite close to the entrance area. Sorry, the viewing area even. So I want people to be able to see the birds while they're nesting. A couple of rocks down just to fill out those areas that are a bit too visible on the from the window. I'll have to move that rock a bit. I think that overall tidied it up a little bit though. If I can get that rock out the window. Let's go for a smaller rock. There we go. So let's see. We want white stork. Let's just go for 2 females and 1 male of each. Alas, no shoe bill for us. But I will also need to think about the dynamic signs. I want those. Need those dynamic signs in our lives. Oh yeah, there they go. Or do they not have one? Oh, I guess white stork do not get one. That's strange. It's very strange. I thought all Ave's birds had them. Oh well. We'll keep at it with a few more of our wading birds. We have the pied avocet. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. What do they eat? Mud. We have small nests. Which I'll put over here. So 1 male and 2 females. We'll just stick with that kind of trend. Do they get a sign? They do! Alright, let's take this down so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because I basically wanted to just have like a wall of all the different birds that are in here. Alright, let's see. Cape Kelly, they're not really a water bird, are they? Just a European chicken. Alright, Eurasian curlew. That is definitely a bird of the aquatic persuasion. Small round nest, more pile. Okidoki, same deal. Avocet pied. I don't know if they have one. Eurasian curlew, there we go. There we go. May have to do a bit of moving about with the binoculars. I'll move them back just for the second while I play with these. Right, so Eurasian curlew, common eider, just a duck. As with all ducks, it is very easy to tell when which one is the female and which one is the male. The female is very conspicuous, usually a bright shades of brown, grey, whereas the male is a lot more colourful. Very common with many kinds of ducks. Great crested grebe. I believe these are water birds. They're making water bird sounds and I can place them in water. Alright, and then we'll go ahead, place order. We don't get one. Strange, very strange. We don't have one either. Apparently this is a kind of crane relative, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a water bird. Okay, so we're now out of the... I am gonna check by going into the Palestrine wetlands section. Just in case we have any more kinds of... There's more ducks! Muscovy ducks! Oh, they are north. Well, I mean, I know they are American, but we see a lot of them in the UK, so they must like either migrate or they're introduced. They're a strange one. They're a very, very strange one. The Muscovy duck. We'll read through all the signs a bit later, I just want to get the enclosure all set up first. Maybe, yeah, maybe two 2 binoculars too seems to be the best way for it to go, so I should try and get 2 more kinds of shoebill, white stork. We've got those northern screamer. Good lord. I should hope not. Alright, let's see. Let's try maybe the European Expeditions pack. See if it has any. Whoopoo! Ibis. I thought these were water birds for a long time, but they're not. Yeah, Eurasian jay. White pelican. That is in fact a water bird. I mean, it's more of a coastal bird though. Hmm. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move these over here. I don't really want to put anything else in if there's nothing else to put. If I'm struggling to find 2 more birds to put in, it's probably not worth hunting them down. Even though there are 2 entire other birds in there. But I do know there is a very interesting sign I can put down. Somewhere. So this enclosure is actually very loosely based off, the reason why I wanted to do African birds to begin with actually, it's very loosely based off a African wading birds enclosure at Chester Zoo, where I visited quite recently. There's an Australian bird sign all along. Hold on a second. Hold on just a diddly darn second. This is the perfect for my oceanic birds area, but I don't know where I could put it. Unless I had 2 of them. I don't know what this is doing. Like, oh. I'm gonna save before I try and play with this, because I know what Zoo Tycoon can be like with adjusting terrain sometimes. It's one of my big complaints about this game. So terrain tools are very, very fiddly. Okay, that did actually work. So what I'm thinking is maybe it can sit just here? Yes, it can sit just there. And I'll put another one on the identical side over here. Provided, no, there isn't other variants of it, it's just this. I had no idea I had this. It has the bird of paradise, which we had down, dwarf cassowary, crimson roselle. That's very interesting. Some interesting birds that we don't have, but are Australian birds nonetheless. For our oceanic birds area. Well, people are like flooding over here. What's wrong with it? Common idle 3 style place in its habitat. Well, that's just a shame. I could make it like wetlands water. I also need to assign a zookeeper to it. There we go. There you go, and I'm looking for the bird sign. I believe it's over here with all the other signs, but I have been wrong before, as we know. The key sign. I know what it looks like. I actually do know what this one looks like. So hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to pick up on. He says hopefully. Maybe with too much hope. Well, it is like, it's like a bird sign. It has like all different waterfowl on it. Like it's like a duck specific sign, I think. But it's perfect for this kind of enclosure, like absolutely perfect. Sounds quite exciting in here with all the different bird calls going on. Let's see, oh, 2 posters. Where is it? The birds of prey sign, North America sign, Asia sign. Maybe I don't know what it looks like and that's why I'm getting confused. Bill, fossil, snake sign, key sign, fossils picture, monkey shown, mushroom posters. Parrot. What's this? Picture of a ferret. Not very helpful right now. Bird information sign? No. This is probably more stuff about ferrets? No. More dinosaur stuff. Everything escapes from me. I have too many things. Is this it? Nope. Nope. It looks like that. It's like a bunch of white squares, but can't seem to find it. But it's irritating. Why is it I can't find things when I want them? Tile house. Breeding. Christmas. Where's my birds? Where are my birds? Well, I know it exists. Ah, there we go. Signs. Duck pond. I knew it existed. They're exactly the same, but I'm gonna put 2 anyway. Just to fill out that whole space. And there we go! We have a completed duck enclosure for so many people in here. Right, they are really uncomfortable with the fact that it's not a wetland. So it's specifically the common eider, I think. There's a bunch of people. Muscovy duck too. Yeah, common eider. So I'm gonna go for wetlands because I think that's what it was. Eurasian curlew. I'd have set. Let's go to the tree so I can actually click on it. Common eider. So what are you? You're a temperate coast creature. So if I make this temperate coast water, will that make you a little happier? Oh, they all seem to be just walking along the water at the moment, so I'm gonna make it a teeny bit deeper. Just a wee bit. There we go. So they actually wade. Excellent, so now all we have to do is put the dome back on top. And it's finished. That's all that's left to do. Okay, I have to rotate it, there we go. It's imperative that I get the... There we go. Hopefully that looks okay from the inside. To be seen. I think that's acceptable. No, it isn't. It's clipping too much away from the wall there. Okay, let's try again. I was so confident for just a moment there. If I do it a bit further forward? It looks a bit clunky with the wall, but it shouldn't be too bad. I mean... it'll do! Looked fine before. I don't know how... I did it now. I think that's no better than it as it was just a second ago. TBH. Well, let's just have it not, like, pulling away a bit for now. I mean, I don't really want to worry about it too much because I'd rather the inside, like, this looks fine apart from the fact that it's pulling away a little bit. But, you know, I'll deal with it. I think we're done here. I think this is all finished. This waterfowl enclosure. It's a little bit cloudy. What can you do? What can you do? I can't actually see any birds right now, but everyone seems to be enjoying it. It seems to be really busy in here. People are, like, Some people are loving it, some people are like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Or they're just hungry. Or they are just hungry. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Sorry, what's wrong with the enclosure? Who is unhappy to you, sir? Who do you think? Common Ida 2 looks pretty sick. I mean, there should be a zookeeper in there taking care of them, so I don't know what they're doing. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's get rid of this real quick. So that is our second enclosure that we've built together. It is not my second enclosure overall, but you know. So we have all our signs about all kinds of different ducks. Doesn't include any that we actually have in here, but you know, we've got a load of other signs about the ducks that actually are in here, including the common eider, the Muscovy duck, the Eurasian curlew, which is just not a duck, it is a wader bird though. I'm actually looking at some of these migration boards. It's giving me ideas. You don't migrate to Africa. You are actually a North American bird, as we know. Let's not get too excited. Let's not think about that right now. Let's not think about all the other birds I could be shoving in there. We have a lot of birds already. This zoo is very full of birds. I'll have to decorate this up a little bit more, but for now everything's actually coming along quite nicely, apart from a few minor slip-ups. That's why I'm so excited for Planet Zoo. I'm really hoping that we can do a bit more of making things look nice while they're also functional and the animals are realistically happy, because realistically, I don't know, an animal should be pretty happy in that, I guess. Don't know why people are so horribly depressed by it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm not sure what I want to do next, but I'm sure I'll think of something. If you guys have any ideas, that would be very much appreciated. I'd love to hear what you guys would like me to do in the zoo next. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.